Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Salam Rahayu. In this occasion, we from Group 5 will present the result of our analysis and the result of our thinking in this material, with the title Critical Reading in Professional Context. Firstly, I am Juan Alendro as the moderator and the first speaker, also Hermawan as the second speaker, and Dina Aulia as the last speaker. So, let's start. What is critical reading? The critical reading definition describes the process as a form of language analysis to a certain extent, involving a deeper examination of the text, the ideas, themes, and claims presented. Critical reading is the awareness a reader has in understanding and analyzing a text in a book or whatever read. But in this case, literature is not included because in reading literature, what is needed is an appreciation. In skill of reading, this ability is very necessary. Why? Of course, to avoid mistakes and get better understanding. Reading something to gain knowledge and understanding is the same as giving trust to someone who we will consider as the truth. Why critical reading matters in professional context? Critical reading plays an important role in the reader's development and comes with a plethora of benefits. Even though reading simply for pleasure and as a pastime activity is an incredibly rewarding activity. Critical reading take things to a new level. Here's why critical reading is important. In the professional context, as individuals who have minds, we should not see just one point of view just because it have people believe. Be brave to have your own mind. That is better for your life. Many people are lazy to think about the truth, lazy to search for the truth, so they are easy to detect. This phenomenon is increasing nowadays. If you see why is stupidity often present in public media, of course because of the phenomenon. One axis of thought that is channeled to another mind that is vacant, so that stupidity is exists anywhere. So why critical reading necessary in a professional context? As explained earlier, to avoid and be protected from the stupidity that is spirit. By analyzing, then looking for the roots from the source to its cause and effect. After that, the truth can be seen and falsehood and stupidity can be eliminated. Mental development. Critical reading stimulates the brain more than causal reading by involving more cognitive process. It activates multiple areas of the brain which leads to improved mental agility and cognitive growth. So far many people we know and often see fighting because of the process of critical reading. Most people who don't like to be commented by others then are a category of people who only believe that many people say without daring to doubt it. This is certainly different from people who have their own thoughts. To have own mind in a mature context, it is necessary to reading more and always critically. The mentality of a critical reader grows of the basis and his anxiety about the health of his mind. Just need one reason for someone can be panic if the worst possible outcome of a situation will occur. Subconsciously, the mind will be filled with many possibilities of it of its worst outcome, so his mind is full of solution but always have a panic in its solution have possible to have a new problem. So the training in reading critically with based on possibilities is important to we have. This makes people who are always have critical mind in their thoughts is doubt exists before the truth can be found. Personally, I think this is very important to be a habit for us student. For us student, for us as a student who will enter the professional world later. Better understanding of the text. Readers who engage critically with a text are less likely to skip over important details, leading to a more complete understanding of the material. Critical readers have a broader perspective. When reading, they tend to see opinion or argument from various perspectives. This allows them to gain a deeper understanding and what the text presents. Without point of view, many possibilities are thought of, and from the possibilities thought, answer can then get in many perspectives and accepted before. Critical thinking improvement. Critical critical reading enhances one's abilities to evaluate, synthesize, and interpret information, skills that are crucial to critical thinking. Reading critically, as a cited in the previous slide, critical reading can make us think about the possibilities of the information or whatever we read. This allows us to get a lot of insight to the information with many perspectives. In the end, we have answer. Remembering more from what you read. By focusing more on details and engaging deeply with the text, readers are more likely to remember what they have read. In this case, focusing on reading and not skip even the smallest part, even interpreting what is read in the mind makes the reader remember faster. Wise readers seeing life and reality in what they read, making everything bound by the law of cause and effect. When focus in when focus is maintained, capturing the meaning of the reading will be easier. Searching for other reference, it just uh, it just for us a comprehension to make it relevant in the reader's sensory experience. This is also supported by the ability to see from various points of view. better logical and problem-solving skills. The mental rigor involved by critical reading translates into better decision-making and logical thinking, helping readers approach problems with a clearer mindset. With the law of causality, think, think about possible problem that is basic for think about its solution to a problem is seen in the reader's ability to think of various points of view to find a reasonable answer. Involving logic in the process will not cause any loss because basically logic 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 and mindset always side side by side has opened has opened up the problem that was created from its possibilities that is radical.
What are the most important steps of critical reading? Now that you have a better understanding of the critical reading process, what it means, and why it is important, it's time to get a little more into the how. Since critical reading is an active process that requires a good amount of effort, it also needs a good structure in order to yield the best results. Because we know how important it is for you to be able to extract maximum value from each and every reading session. He created a comprehensive guide to critical reading that is guaranteed to help you achieve your top potential. And here is step-by-step critical reading tutorial. The first one is read normally. The first time around, read the given paragraph just to get a raw idea about the theme and main idea. It's fine to just skim it and to get prepared for the next steps. The second one is read again more carefully. Read each sentence carefully, trying to understand the main concepts and pay attention to details. Don't hesitate to repeat this step until you're comfortable moving on. And the third one is make notes. Write down the important aspects of the text and any particularities that stand out. Make a note of any question you feel you should be able to answer later. Jot down how the piece of writing makes you feel, whether you agree or not with the points made. And the fourth one is understand every word. Search for any words you are unfamiliar with, and do research about historical events or concepts that are mentioned so you better understand the context. And the fifth one is analyze every word. Pay attention to what kind of words are used and try to understand why. Put yourself in the other shoes and try to imagine why the ideas or thoughts are expressed using those particular words. Is the other trying to convince you to believe a concept or philosophy or just trying to entertain you? And the sixth one is practice metacognition. Try to understand what you are thinking about and what the other is thinking. Challenge the ideas and concept and decide whether you agree with the other's point and why. Try to imagine if there could have been a better way for the writer to present those ideas. And the last one is draw your conclusions. Once you are comfortable with the mental process, you filter all the information through. Decide for yourself if that particular paragraph was your cup of tea. If you enjoyed reading and analyzing it, what you learned, and to what extent you agree with the writer's ideas and how he expressed them.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity given to me. My name is Dina Aulia. I'm from class A. I will continue with the material about critical reading strategies and how to read critically. The first strategy is previewing. Skim through titles, chapter headings, and summaries to anticipate key ideas. Before you dive into reading, it's a good idea to preview or get an overview of the text. This means quickly looking at the titles, chapter headings, or summaries to get a feel of what the book or article is about. Doing this helps you understand what to expect and where to focus more while reading. For example, you can read the first and last paragraph of a chapter to figure out the main points. Then the next strategy is active reading. Engage fully with the text by paying close attention to every word and concept. When you start reading, be fully focused and engaged. This means paying close attention to every word, understanding what it means and how it connects to the bigger idea of the author is trying to share. You should think about how the author is explaining things and whether it's clear or confusing. Active reading means you're not just reading the words, but you are trying to get the full picture of what the author is saying. Then the next strategy is questioning. Ask questions as you read to deepen your understanding and clarify the text meaning. While you are reading, ask questions about what you are learning. Why is the author saying this? What does this mean? How does this relate to what I already know? Asking questions helps you think more deeply and understand the material better. It makes you really think about the message behind the words. Then the next strategy is summarizing. Extract the main ideas to reinforce comprehension. After reading, it's a good idea to summarize or quickly review what you have read. Try to pick out the main ideas and write them down in your own words. This helps you remember the most important parts and see the key points clearly. Summarizing also helps you organize your thoughts and make sure you have understood everything. And the last strategy is evaluating. Critically assess the quality of the writing and the author's effectiveness in conveying their points. This is the part where you become critical. You think about how well the author did their job. Was their writing clear? Did they get their point across? What could have been explained better? This step is all about judging the quality of the writing and thinking about what you might have done differently if you were the writer. These strategies will help you read more effectively, understand better, and even enjoy reading more. Based on the explanation from our group, the conclusion I can draw is critical reading is a valuable process that goes beyond simply understanding the surface of a text. It involves analyzing and questioning the deeper meaning, themes, and claims presented by the author. This practice enhances comprehension, improves critical thinking, and strengthens problem-solving skills by engaging different parts of the brain. Through strategies such as active reading, questioning, and evaluating, critical reading not only aids in retaining more information, but also develops a sharper, more analytical mindset. In a sense, it transforms reading into a mental exercise that fosters both intellectual growth and better decision making. I think that's enough from me. We are from Group 5. We'll close our presentation. If there are any questions or addition regarding the material, please submit them in the forum that has been directed.